CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Former President Trump made 2 campaign stops over the weekend, one in Iowa, one in Pennsylvania, after he was hit with new charges in the federal documents case. Today, another worker at his Palm Beach estate is scheduled to be arraigned on charges of helping others try to get rid of evidence. Correspondent Scott McFarland has the detail.
Carlos de Oliveira, a longtime maintenance worker at Mar-a-Lago, appears before the chief magistrate judge in Miami. He's now the 3rd defendant in this first-ever federal prosecution of a former president. According to the superseding indictment, among other things, de Oliveira, along with Trump and Trump's aide Walt Nauta, attempted to delete security video that potentially showed the movement of boxes and classified records.
Lori Vallow-Daybell will be sentenced today in the deaths of her 2 children, 16-year-old Tylee Ryan and 7-year-old JJ Vallow. She faces up to life in prison with no parole. Tennille Brown is a law professor at the University of Utah.
They're going to be piecing together, is this a case of a really heinous crime where we want to impose the maximum sentence, or are there these mitigating factors like her history of domestic violence and maybe other mental illnesses?
Prosecutors say Vallow-Daybell and her husband justified their crimes using end-of-times beliefs. The forecast calls for rain today in Phoenix. It could cool down about a month's worth of temperatures of 110 or better. In Denver, the high is 90. New mom Amanda Marian is taking precautions with her baby boy.
It's definitely hard for me because I can't swaddle him at night because it's just too much, having too many layers on him. He gets sweaty and I don't want to do that to him.
North Carolina police say they're searching for a driver who intentionally plowed into a group of migrant workers outside a Walmart in Lincolnton yesterday. 6 people were injured. All are expected to recover. Officials are asking the public for help identifying an older white male who rammed the migrants with an older model mid-sized SUV with a luggage rack. In West Africa, thousands of people who support the junta that took over Niger in last week's coup marched through the streets of the capital. The country's former party president, oil and mining ministers were arrested today. New post-pandemic concerns at U.S. schools. CBS's Jim Crisula.
1 in 10 public and private school principals left their jobs after the 2020-21 school year, the first full school year after the COVID-19 pandemic started. That's according to new data from the National Center for Education Statistics. Principal turnover was especially noticeable at schools with the majority of students of color.
This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 60 degrees.